chest, feel the pulse begin to grow. You came from battles no one saw, scars that only you can know. Don't apologize for strength, you bled for it, you worked for it, you earned it. Every morning lights the gym in a shade of fading gray. No music, no applause, just the weights in your way. You step forward like a soldier, hands blistered from the grind. You're not here to chase approval, you're here to leave the past behind. Failure whispers like a ghost, wrapping fingers round your spine, telling you that you aren't ready, that you're running out of time. But you've learned to stare it down, breathe deep and stand firm, because the strongest hearts are forged in fire, never born in calm and comfort. You wipe the sweat, you reset your stance, and you live not because it's easy, but because you refuse to be the same. You are the storm they warned about, the hurricane, your discipline, quiet in appearance, violent in intention. If your head shake, tighten your grip. If your mind screams, stop, move your feet. Strength is not perfection, it's the decision to continue anyway. Break the limit, tear the walls apart. You don't need permission, only a fearless heart. Keep your eyes ahead, leave the doubts behind. Every stumble, every scar, every second yours to redefine. Break the limit, rise above the pain. When the world says quit, you whisper, I remain. They ask why you push so hard, why you train when no one sees. Because progress isn't public, it's written in your knees. In the days your muscles ache, in the nights you barely sleep, in the hunger that gnaws inside, asking how much more can you be. You're not chasing applause like some crowded praise, you're chasing the version of yourself that you swore you raised. The one who stands when everyone sits, who speaks when others shake. The one who walks into pressure and refuses to break. You won't be the person who almost tried, you'll be the one who did, who failed, who rose, who thrived. You understand what most won't. Comfort is a trap and struggle is the roadmap home. Listen, there will be days you hate your own reflection, days you feel like your progress is invisible, days when the whispers of doubt echo louder than your heartbeat. But these moments are not signs to quit, they are checkpoints of transformation. Every champion you admire stood in the same darkness, looked at their shaking hands and said, I still choose to fight. That is the birth of greatness. No shortcuts, no magic, no chosen one script. You grind for your crown, you bleed for every brick. Mind sharp like steel, vision clean like flame. You don't pray for victories, you earn them by name. You learn to lift the weight, even when your spine screams. You learn to breathe through pressure that will crush weaker dreams. Your fear used to own you, now it fuels the climb. You take what held you back and make it your design. You swallow disappointment, turn it into war. Every you'll never make it became gasoline for more. Let the doubt stack up, let them stand in your way. You'll turn every obstacle into iron on the bar. Take the limit, tear the walls apart. You don't need permission, only a fearless heart. Keep your eyes ahead, leave the doubts behind. Every stumble, every scar, every second yours to redefine. Break the limit, rise above the pain. When the world says quit, you whisper, I remain. You weren't born a warrior, you built one piece by piece. From the moments you were fragile, from the times you couldn't breathe, from the failures that cut deep, from the people who walked away. You learned to dress your wounds and walk alone anyway. You learned to find a purpose in the quiet before dawn, to find strength in repetition when motivation's gone. And one day you look around, not for applause, not for praise, but because you realize you became the person you prayed you'd be someday. Not perfect, not unbroken, but unshakable. Break the limit, tear the walls apart. You don't need permission, only a fearless heart. Keep your eyes ahead, leave the doubts behind. Every stumble, every scar, every second yours to redefine. Break the limit, rise above the pain. Tomorrow comes and you will train again. You will train again. the gym like a stage before the show. Headphones on, world muted pulse turning slow. Metal plates of satellites orbiting our hands. Every lift a countdown to the person we command. It's not about looking perfect, it's about the heat that never leaves your lungs. We don't chase the mirror, we chase the version of ourselves who swallows feel like oxygen. Sweat lines on the floor, heartbeat like a kick drum hitting harder every time. And a rise like a critic asking if we're wasting our breath. We answer by living anyway, by choosing fatigue over excuses, by choosing movement over comfort. Some people run from the burn, we run into it. Raise the weight, raise the pulse, let the sparks wake the blood. If we're gonna live, we're gonna live life. Burn the night, burn the past, let the fire tear the sky apart. If we're rising fast. We don't wait for anyone to start. Hands up, feel the bass, there's lightning under your skin. Burn the night, burn the doubt, we don't lose, we begin. Comes alive when the neon hits the air. 1,000 strangers chasing music like they're searching for a prayer. Bodies move like waves of color, breathing in the rhythm's glow. No one cares who you were, only who you become tonight. Every drop rewrites your heartbeat, every synth rebuilds your spine. You're weightless for a second, floating above everything you left behind. You feel the sweat from earlier and the afterglow of now. Two worlds colliding, the muscle, the magic, the grind, and the glitter, the walk in the wild. Raise your voice, raise your breath, let the bass raise the doubt. We didn't come this far just to sit this moment out. Burn the night, burn the past, let the fire tear the sky apart. If we're rising fast. We don't wait for anyone to start. Hands up, feel the bass, there's lightning under your skin. Burn the night, burn the doubt, we don't lose, we begin. You train alone, you celebrate together. You carry the scars alone, you dance with the ones who stayed. You earn the body in silence, you set it free in the noise. The barbell made you stronger, the beat reminds you you're alive. Don't ask permission to exist, exist anyway. Let every failure become fuel, let every memory become motion. We're not here to impress the night, we're here to burn it. We don't beg for miracles, we make them from caffeine and sweat. Sleepless mornings, heavy routines, call it discipline, call it obsession. Call it whatever you want when the lights drop, the ground trembles, crowds explode like fireworks. Catching breath in slow motion, your legs remember the sweats. Your chest remembers the press, your mind remembers every moment. You were close to quitting and every time you did it, the DJ doesn't save you. The bass just reminds you you were built to fight, built to sweat, built to break and rebuild. And if the world forgets you, let your footsteps be louder. If your voice shakes, let the speaker scream for you. If doubt curls its fingers around your throat, rip it off, you've carried heavier things. Burn the night, burn the fear, let the heartbeat lead the way. If tomorrow never comes, we'll still dance, we'll still train. Every rep, every crowd, same fire, different stage. Burn the night, burn the doubt, we don't fade, we engage. The lights dim, the music softens, but the pulse stays warm in our veins. We return to the morning, to the grind, to the quiet that builds legends. It doesn't matter who watches, it matters that we move. The world calls it madness, we call it life. Breathe in the fire, feel the spark moving under your skin. Every heartbeat louder, every breath a promise to begin. You didn't come this far to run away or fade to dust. Stand tall, stay steady, let the world remember who you are. Sweat drips like falling rain, pulling at your feet. Your legs shake, your lungs burn, but you don't retreat. Pain is not the enemy, it's a door you walk through. Each rep is a reminder this strength was made by you. People talk about winning like it falls out of the sky, but they never see the late nights when you almost wanna cry. They don't see the moments you collapse on the floor, only to rise again, whispering, I will try once more. The grind is lonely, but the lonely learn to roar, because victory is never given, it's earned through every war. When your body yells stop, answer back one more. When you feel safe, fall, shout, I was built to soar. No weakness, no surrender, just breath, grit, and time. You don't wait for the mountain, you climb. I'll rise again, I'll rise again. If I fall, I'll stand again, even on the edge. I won't pretend. The fire in my heart will never end. Brighter than 1,000 skies, I carry every dream I've held inside. I'll rise again, I'll rise again. We were made to fight, never stop again. Night after night you show up, even when no one sees. You train in silence so the future will listen when you speak. You don't chase the spotlight, you build storms beneath your bones. You know the path to greatness is the path you walk alone. Critics laugh at dreamers, but only dreamers rise. They don't understand the hunger burning in your eyes. They think strength is a gift, something fate hands out, but strength is a debt paid slowly, rep by rep, doubt by doubt. You lift the fear off your shoulders, break walls in your head, turn every I can't into a brick beneath your tread. You are not defined by the weight that pulls you down, you're defined by the moment you refuse to drown. Look, this is mind versus chaos, will versus gravity. You're not fighting the world, you're fighting your own sanity. Sweat is your language, discipline your law, and every scar on your skin is proof you stood tall. Nobody hands success, nobody opens doors. You break them with your fist, you tear them from the floor. Every setback is a lesson, every doubt a test. If you're still breathing, you haven't failed yet. The road is made of darkness, but you carry your own spark. You train in the daylight so you can conquer in the dark. I'll rise again, I'll rise again. If I fall, I'll stand again, even on the edge. I won't pretend. The fire in my heart will never end. Brighter than 1,000 skies, I carry every dream I've held inside. I'll rise again, I'll rise again. We were made to fight, never stop again. Never stop, never bend. Hold the line, attack again. Raise your head, raise your hands. We rise, we rise, we rise again. We rise, we rise, we rise again. Never stop, never been. There are nights you doubt your worth, mornings you dread the gym. There are days when your confidence cracks and your vision grows dim. But remember, you survived every storm before. You don't need permission, you just need to want more. Some will quit when it hurts, but you breathe deeper instead. Some will slow down at the cliff, but you lean forward off the ledge. Your scars don't make you broken, they make you born again. You are not the weakness, you are the discipline you defend. The mirror won't lie, it shows every truth you hide, and it shows a fighter staring back, refusing to die. I'll rise again, I'll rise again. If I fall, I'll stand again, even when the shadows pull me in. The fire in my heart will always win. No fear, no end, no wasted breath. I'll rise until there's nothing left. I'll rise again, and tomorrow comes. fight for it in sweat and dust. You learn pain like a language till it finally starts to trust. Pressure's my cathedral, I kneel under its weight. Hands blistered like prophets, rewriting the fate. Every you will fail is gasoline on the coals. I feed on their doubt like I swallow my goals. Sing your pretty lies, I'm not here for applause. I was born in the chaos, and I sharpen my claws. Eyes forward, no retreat. Heart pounding, let it beat. We're not fragile, we don't bend. We rise stronger to the end. I've got iron in my veins, fire in my bones. I'll bleed on every road until I carve a place I own. Raise the weight above my head. I'm alive, not afraid. I'll stand in every storm until the thunder says my name. If the world forgets my footsteps, let the ground remember rage. I will walk it all again and rise again. And rise again.
I woke up with bruises I don't remember earning. Half-filled wounds hidden under layers of routine. The mirror didn't flinch when it saw me. It just asked if I was done, pretending I was fine. People are the finish lines, but never the miles of loneliness before them. They talk about strength like it comes prepackaged, boxes, slogans, bottom line delivered overnight. But strength is a slow infection, it grows in the cracks of your doubt. In the hours no one applauds, in the mornings you drag your body through the door because you refuse to sign away tomorrow. I don't need an anthem or a promise from the sky, just air in my lungs and a reason to try. No one saves us, we crawl, we bruise, we rebuild the bones they break. No one crowns us, we carve our names to the walls of every mistake. I don't want perfection, I want a body burned by effort and a will that doesn't shake. No one saves us, and that's the reason we rise. I've seen the kind of people that vanish when things get real. The ones who love you glow, but run when the fire starts to sting. They wanted to hold the trophy, never the weight that made it possible. They laughed at discipline, called it obsession, called it stubbornness, called it a waste. But obsession is just faith in a version of yourself that the world hasn't met yet. It's not madness to train in the dark, to stand in the iron till it feels like gravity is begging you to stop. It's survival. It's the only way to know you're not sleepwalking through your own life. I don't need applause or a crowd to borrow cheers. Let the pain speak out. Listen. No one saves us. We crawl, we bruise, we rebuild the bones they break. No one crowns us. We carve our names to the walls of every mistake. I don't want perfection, I want a body burned by effort and a will that doesn't shake. No one saves us, and that's the reason we rise. You don't learn courage from books. You learn it when your hands are trembling, you lift anyway. You don't learn resilience from speeches. You learn it when the floor feels softer than your future and you stand anyway. The world is loud with advice from people who've never tried, loud with comfort from people who never wanted more. But there's a moment, a quiet, unglamorous second when your body's against the weight and your mind stops negotiating. It doesn't ask, can I do this? It asks, who will I be if I don't? I have counted the nights when sleep felt like surrender, when ambition rolled through my ribs like thunder. I have bent my back, saturated the floor with sweat, rewritten every boundary I once swore was final. Pain isn't a warning, it's a compass pointing to what matters. If the path is soft, it leads nowhere. If the path hurts, it leads to version 2. No one saves us. We crawl, we bruise, we rebuild the bones they break. No one crowns us. We carve our name to the walls of every mistake. I don't want perfection. I want a body burned by effort and a will that doesn't shake. No one saves us, and that's the reason we rise. There were days when I thought I was done, when breathing itself felt like a debt, when the world moved around me as if I was furniture finished taking up space. I didn't climb out of those moments with inspiration. I clawed my way out with repetition. One more rep, one more step, one more I can, against the echo of 1,000 I can't. People talk about destiny like it's a stranger who picks favorites, but destiny is forged, shaped under pressure, written in sweat, rusted journals by hands that won't stop shaking. We are blessed, we are relentless. No one saves us. We grow, we bruise, we rebuild the bones they break. No one crowns us. We carve our name to the walls of every mistake. I don't want perfection. I want a body burned by effort and a will that doesn't shake. No one saves us, and that's the reason we rise. Raise the weight, let the future hear your spine. No one saves us. We rise because it's ours to define. I walked into the gym like sunrise cutting through a city of glass. The metal smelled like rain on concrete, and my heartbeat was a siren warning the world I wasn't done. Every lift felt like dragging the past off my shoulders, not to erase it, to prove I survived it. People look at bodies like trophies, they never see the long quiet hours, the mornings you move even when your bones protest, the nights you choose water over comfort, discipline over sleep, silence over applause. Nobody teaches you how to fight when the only enemy is your reflection. You either stand there shaking or you lean into the burn until weakness becomes memory. Turn it up, let the pulse rewrite our breath. If the pain is honest, we'll meet it without regret. After burn, let the fire stay alive. We don't break, we learn how to collide. Raise the weight, raise the night, feel the city in your spine. After burn, don't look back, we were built to cross the line. Later we hit the club like meteors crashing through neon. Space crawled up, our legs in the floor vibrated like a crowd exhaling hope. No one else who lifted more and further, who came here with bruises under their sleeves. Bodies moving blackout harmony, breathing in rhythm, sweating out doubt. We weren't chasing validation, we were chasing velocity. We danced like the ceiling was a goal we could reach, like the DJ was a compass, like tomorrow was a place we refused to inherit. Every sit felt like a second wind, every drop felt like air returning to the lungs after a minute. And the water, it wasn't a party, it was a recovery. Turn it up, let the bass rewrite our names. If the world forgot us once, we're reminded why we came. After burn, let the fire stay alive. We don't break, we learn how to collide. echo of the last beat, where every muscle remembers every struggle. To pee, how you missed the injury you hid the morning you almost quit, but didn't. This is where the scars turn into fuel, where the floor becomes a battlefield in disguise, where strangers become accomplices in survival. No medals, no speeches, just people who refuse to lay down. We chase the sweat, not the spotlight. We take the pain and name it progress. We're not afraid of effort, we're afraid of living lifeless. The world thinks we crave attention, they don't know we train in empty rooms and celebrating crowded ones. They don't know that every beat we feel tonight is a mirror of every rep we drag through exhaustion. The gym makes us strong, the night reminds us why it matters. After burn, keep the fire in your chest. If we fall, we rise louder than the rest. Raise the weight, raise the night. We don't run, we ignite. After burn, let the scars illuminate. We don't fade, we excel. When the music fades and the city blinks back to normal, we go home with sweat on our shirts and thunder still echoing in our hearts. We'll wake before dawn, step under the iron again. Not because someone told us to, but because life feels honest only when it hurts just enough to change us. The world will call us reckless, we will call it becoming.